You're listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 FM from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 119 Canal Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA.
It's 9 o'clock.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
I'm on my way now, why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now, why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now, why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now, why would I wait? Niggas play games like EA Sports is touchdown. Looking when I'm on that field. I don't give a shit about what y'all cause I'm working on mine and I need a good deal. Tell me what's real, I need a bill. 29 trying to get all of my meals. They try to destroy me like Capitol Hill. I'm coming right back and I'm loving the thrill. My niggas ain't capping, they making this feel. Do for the impact. Woo, hit the quick dash. Soon as I'm in the call, I'll be right back. Did it all when my heart can't fight that. Finally find me with a bomb like it's Iraq. Got him telling me it's wrong that I'm like that. Hijack the mic, it's with the flight path. On the mic and I know I'm a terror. Only fighting with the man in the mirror. From the era, snapback's a good pack. If we talk about impact, we did that. Oh no, head to the front door. I know success gonna come slow. Got one bite in and I want more. I swear for my end, I'ma take yours. We gon' dip with the cheese like it's quesos. Pesos, got me kicking heavy quesos. Wake up in the morning where the day go. Trying to tour the states to win a bagel. Say so's, I just wanna make bow. Put a hole in his head like a bagel. Lay low and wait for the safe go. Praise go, I don't wanna stay po. These niggas is talking, but I see the options. I think I'm taking it next. Losing that hope with nowhere to go. But I got this ass on my chest. Push me to break down, but I don't break down. Driving like 8 miles. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait? Wait.
Hold up, wait, local, I be eating fuck a plate. Beggars man, I make a cake. No panic when I pull up in the paint. Panorama bitch with the eye. The biggest bitches out, fuck a grind. They try to figure me out, fuck a trade. Tell me, did you hear me when I say? I come from the era like your marriage. Pop off with a stupid, throw down on the terrace. We're copping the deuce, we pretend we don't hear it. Them guys in the booth didn't drive through our area. Gentrification was patiently waiting. Back then we had bacon and soda in cases. They fighting for placement on corners outrageous. While others have playgrounds, so love to a trade punch. Why would I wait now? If that was my trailer like 8 Mile. The rule ain't got no time to play round. Came from the food sense of PayPal. Digital currency coming in currently. Keep it good company, me and just nobody. All of my business, selfish like children. Raised with no manners like Caitlyn and Jenner. These rappers so soft, oh, when them skills pick them apart while hitting them drawers. Might be your wifey, it might be your mom. No discrimination, I'm glazing them off. Zig F talking like la 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 la. Till they see their black Cadillac. Pa, 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 pa. You off like the government, come from the muddiest. Roaches and sofas, employees don't fuck with you. Had to go get it, the packs in the digital. Acid I'm giving you, facts I'm a criminal. Back the up, get back in the clock. Leave you dumped in the lake, is you dumb, well okay. Pound of the flavor would break down. Now take the state like a great hound. Just hit the stage up in A-Town. They said I'm on my way now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now.
Wait
Why would
now.
I wait?
WMNH, rip the knob off.
You are listening to WMNH 95.3.
The commander to the supreme leader, Matzo Coffey.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Here we go. It is that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire at our Canal Street location. Welcome, everybody. Today is Saturday, August 10, 2024. We just heard, by the way, the new Hope the Rap single, On My Way. Week 9 of our 10 weeks of new singles from Hope the Rapper. I can't believe next week will be the last one, week 10. But we love Hope the Rapper. That is great stuff. And we'll play that again later in the show, too, if you missed it. We'll try to hit that every hour. But I'm not alone, my friends.
Good morning, sunshine.
Yes, Jenny is here at the news table.
Present and accounted for.
Yes. We have a very busy show today.
We do.
We've got Club Paradise coming up in just a few minutes, Skyping in from across the pond. And I
love them.
I love their sound. And actually, before they call, we are going to play, or before they Skype, I should say, we are going to play their brand new single, their newest single. And then but we've got a few songs of theirs we're going to play today. Really, really love them. So
you're gonna love them.
Yes, and we have
lots of great music.
We've got Grizzy Hendrix. I almost said Grizzly.
Call you out on that later.
Grizzy Hendrix. I don't know why that's difficult for me to say.
Say it 10 times fast.
He'll be here in the
Grizzy.
Cannot. He'll be here in the third hour today, and we've got some interesting things to get into in the second hour as well. But welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
This is Matt Connarton Unleashed, of course, and we should mention too, before I forget, because this is I'm excited about this. Got a big event, so we are 1 week away.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since I've done something like this. So next Saturday,
I'm excited.
Next Saturday, August 17th, there's an event at the Sister Witch Company, and they were on with us a couple of months ago, and we're going to be doing more with them in the future. But they've got an event coming up at the Sister Witch Company. It's in Hooksett. It's at 1193 Hooksett Road. It's a gritting class, healing circle, and they have hypnotherapy. Guess who the hypnotherapist is?
Who?
Me.
Why? What?
Why? Because they asked me to do it.
What?
And I'm excited. Yeah.
What?
So that will be next Saturday. Now, the event starts at noon. I obviously will not be there at noon because of this radio show. So, but you can show up there at noon. They'll have lots of great stuff. My official arrival time is 2 p.m. Because it's usually, almost 1 o'clock by the time we get the show uploaded and everything. So I told them I can be there by 2. I'll try to get there a little bit earlier, but please, show up early. Don't wait for me. Like I said, it starts at noon and it goes till 5 p.m. Saturday, August 17th, the Sister Witch Company. But I will be there doing hypnotherapy. So really looking forward to that. Maybe some group
Any
sessions.
kind of hypnotherapy, particular like, are you going to special? What do you do?
I do a lot. Well, I do a lot of stop smoking sessions. That's the number one thing that I do. But
you do past life regression?
Well, now that you mention it, the fine folks at the Sister Witch Company have expressed an interest in that.
I bet.
Might be doing
I've heard
some of that.
Interesting stories from folks.
Yes. So that will all be 1 week from today. Please come see us. And the event is free to get in. Obviously, if you want to do, a session with me or with any of the other fine people there, that costs money, but it's free to get in.
Yeah, just come, look around, kibitz. It's all good.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. You haven't been there yet.
I know, and I'm dying to go.
Yes,
I want to check it out.
Yeah, very, very cool. So looking forward to that. So that will be 1 week from today.
I don't think I get to do show and that in the same day, though. That might be too much.
That might be a bit much, yeah.
Yeah, my alarm will go off.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I'm going to be tired.
That's what it sounds like. Oh, yeah, you're going to be tired.
Yeah.
Especially because you have show Friday night, too. So
right, yes.
Yeah, you're going to do a 24-hour run. It'll be cute.
You
get cute when you're sleepy.
My Friday night into Saturday morning is very busy because, of course, Friday nights I'm here for Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. And last night, not to brag, but I did win the 9 at 9. Name that 9 at 9.
I was the first to guess.
You were the first. Well, that's not the 9 at 9. That's the other thing. The contest.
You got the 9, yes, and then the contest. I was the first to guess correctly.
Yeah, check out if you're not currently a listener, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. Friday nights from 8 to 11 p.m. And there is a replay or two during the week check local listings, as Paul likes to say.
If you want to have some fun, you can actually go back and listen to last night's show.
Yes.
And here's the kick. All of the songs have something in common. You got to guess what the theme is. So if you weren't listening last night, you can go check it out today, listen to the show, and see if you can figure out what the theme is before the end of the show when he tells you what it actually is.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I did call.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh.
But it went to a machine that said somebody's not available.
Weird.
It rang like 5 times.
You've been defeated by technology.
I was. Technology got me.
Let's see if we can say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat.
Yes.
And then we're gonna play that track. Let's see. Oh, Tom Siracusa, if I'm saying his last name correctly, from of course Day to Attend. By the way,
Yes.
I'm wearing my Day to Attend shirt. I'm
Yes,
not
you
sure,
are. Yes, you are.
Which camera you can see it on? Oh, actually,
I wore mine
this one you can see
the
it.
week after we got them.
Yes, yes. Love the shirt. Love the band.
Nice and comfy, too.
And Day to Attend is
It's a
in
comfy
the
shirt.
official band account is in the chat room as well and says nice shirt. Yes, yes. Also, our friend Bruce from Legion of Solace
Bruce.
says good morning, friends. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning.
And Carol Zawarowitz also joins us and says good morning.
Good morning.
As well as B. Pinard. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
And all right, let's do this. We're going to play a track from our new friends, Club
They're
Paradise.
awesome.
Yeah, I really like
From
them a lot.
across the pond. And then we're going to bring them to you.
Let's play Years. I believe this is the newest single. And they sent us 2 tracks to play. So we'll play one now, and then we'll get them on Skype, and then we'll play the other at the end of our conversation. But we're actually going to play a couple. They don't know this, but we're actually going to play 2 more of their songs at some point during the show, because I was listening to them before we got on air, and I love these guys. I
We've
love
like
their
fallen
sound.
in love.
Yes,
Totally.
yes. But so we're going to talk with them in just a couple of minutes. But check this out. The band is Club Paradise, and this is called Years.
Cigarette, my mind needs a little time to decompress.
love that. I love that. That is so catchy. The track is called Years. The band is Club Paradise, and I think we have them via Skype. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
we certainly can.
Oh, you sound great. Wonderful, wonderful. Who do we have? Who do we have with us?
I'm Ryan. I sing and play guitar.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Nathan. I'm sat with Ryan. I play drums.
Okay.
I'm Jackson, and I play guitar.
All right. And are we missing anybody?
Yeah, we've also got Harry, who he plays bass, but that's okay because he plays bass.
I know those damn bass players. I'll tell you, the hell with them. No, I'm a little bit of an inside joke. I'm a bass player myself, but that's all right. That's all right. No, I'm glad the three of you are here. And guys, I love your sound. I got to say that right up front.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you sent us 2 tracks to play, and we're going to play the other one at the end of our conversation. But later in the show, too, we'll probably play a couple more that I found that I really, really like that I found online. So you guys are awesome. Where are you from?
Oh, thank you so much. We are from North Shields, which is just a little town outside of Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of the UK. Okay.
And are there a lot of bands there right now that kind of sound like you guys? Because, we have, usually if we have somebody from across the pond, as we say, here in the United States, I don't know if you say that there about us, but they don't sound quite like you guys. I mean, you have such an accessible, like if I were hearing your music and had no idea that you were not an American band, I would assume that you were an American band. Because you have a sound that's very accessible in terms of American radio. Are there other bands there that sound like you, or do you guys kind of stand out in that sense?
In the sense of sounding like an American radio band, perhaps not. But
yeah,
like that's just a massive compliment. We take that. So like we listen to a lot of American radio stuff. That's actually kind of something we say as well. Like, oh, this sounds like it could be on US radio when we're making it. So we love that compliment. Not a lot of people from around here sound like us specifically, I would say. Yeah. But there is a big music scene happening right now.
What is it like?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, what is it like where you guys are specifically in terms of, are there a lot of places to play live? Are you able to get out and do a lot of shows? What is the scene like there where you are?
It's obviously, I think it's probably similar to yourselves, where post-COVID, there's still some teething issues, and everyone's trying to get back to how it was before. But we find a lot of joy in and around where we're from, Newcastle and North Shields. We found a lot of joy over the water and the likes of Sunderland and Middlesbrough, which are other small cities, small towns. But it seems like everyone's trying to support each other. We travel outside of the northeast when we can. As Jackson said, there's a big music scene. It seems like it's starting to bubble up again post-COVID.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead.
Bit of a funny one after COVID though, because you had like this massive bottleneck of gigs that needed to happen that were postponed and things. But I think now you start to see a lot of venues close, a lot of the smaller venues. So while Newcastle and sort of Shields, where we're from and all that sort of place, they have a lot of really good bands and a lot of good talent. It's kind of hard to go out and see people that you want to go and see as much now, because some of those smaller venues, the ones that we would all, take a hold of, they're all starting to, or have closed recently, especially in Teesside, which is just the borough south of us. We've lost a lot of venues there, and recently in Newcastle we've lost 2 or 3 here too. So it's getting tricky. But all that does, I think, is kind of fuels the fire for the existing venues for us to get in there and sort of, everybody to gather around in a closer environment and really listen to each other as well.
What is causing these venues to close? Do you know? Is it the economics of it? I know here in the United States, there's a lot of inflation, but I think we're probably faring better than a lot of places. Is that it? Is everything just too expensive, or is there something else going on?
Yeah, I think inflation is definitely one big thing. I think people are unsure if they can commit the money to a ticket so far in advance. Right. So advance sales is a huge part of that local scene for us. And you really don't find out how many tickets you've got until maybe it's the day before, or even the night of. We did a show earlier in the year where we sold 20, 30 tickets the week running up to the gig, and then on the night the venue was full and sold out. So this instability that we have with ticket purchases in advance, that's causing a lot of upset with promoters and venues. So the commitment is like, they're starting to lose the commitment of people who want to put those shows on. And it's just change as well. It's a natural change that I think people need to sort of adapt to and react with. Yeah.
That's interesting about the tickets, because we had someone here from the Jenny, what are they called? Is it the New Hampshire Music Collective or New England Music Collective? John MacArthur.
Yeah.
He's a promoter from the area, and he was here. We had an extensive conversation with him about this, and he was talking about how when he puts events, when his company puts events online, very often people wait till the last minute to buy tickets, and that's been the trend post-COVID. And the problem that causes is, and he was kind of pleading with people, please, don't wait till the last minute, because what ends up happening is, an event will sell out and he'll be going, we could have done this in a larger venue, but we didn't know that all these people were going to show up, because people have gotten into that habit of waiting until, the day of before they make that commitment. And it causes a bit of a bottleneck. But I think part of that too is, I don't know if it has to do with inflation, people being more careful about how they spend their money. That may be part of it, but also too, I think just the internet has made it so, you guys, you guys look pretty young from what I saw online. I'm old enough to remember when we didn't even have an internet. So if you had to buy tickets, you call up, Ticketmaster, or you go to the.
I slept on the sidewalk outside of Ticketmaster in order to get tickets.
Yeah. But back then,
back in the day,
pre-internet, it was the inverse, right? If you wanted to go to a show, you had to get the tickets early, or you risked missing out. Whereas now, because you can, just buy tickets online, or risk just showing up, you can afford to wait till the last minute. And I think that's where that problem comes from.
Definitely. We have that memory. We used to go to venues. We used to queue outside and wait and buy the tickets. You know, when we were like in high school, that was good fun. And it's so cool here, by the way. Once in like a week in October back in like 2010, we stood outside this venue and we just shivered. We have to wear school uniforms in the UK, and we don't wear coats because it's not cool to wear a coat if you're from Newcastle. So we were all just shivering outside waiting to buy tickets. We remember all that. That was such good fun. But I totally agree. The internet changes that landscape 100%. And we've seen a lot of local festivals collapse due to lack of advanced sales. And people obviously think that there's just an ease of like accessibility to be able to get your ticket whenever you want. So you're like, oh, I'll get that closer to the time. That's not a problem. But there's so much money that has to be put up to front these shows, the festivals, whatever it is that you go into, that logistically, financially, the deadlines can't be met. The sort of bar staff, things like that can't be put in place to make sure that they can go ahead without that.
Right, exactly. And people don't know that, your average consumer has no idea about any of this. And, and there's no reason that we should expect them to know. But one of the things that we try to do with this show is really educate people about that, about how the music industry works, because, if it's all supply and demand ultimately. And if somebody doesn't know, if a promoter or whomever doesn't know that the demand is there to be met until the very last minute, then what ends up happening is, there's not enough money coming in and they end up having to cancel. You said you've seen that a lot there, festivals having to be canceled for that reason.
Yeah.
There was a festival we were scheduled to play inside of Newcastle, and it was like a big field, and we had promoted it, etc. And then, 6 weeks before the show, it just gets pulled because ticket sales probably weren't good enough. And we see it a lot. I think it's sort of like a luxury to be able to wait to buy your ticket. People don't necessarily feel like the onus is on them. Like there's no burden or like responsibility to like buy these tickets, because there isn't really. But they don't also know, like, if a promoter sees 15 tickets have been sold, then they'll just go, this show isn't worth putting on, even though 50 people have just said, we'll just buy it the week of. Like, we'll say, we'll just keep money. And if something else, I think as well, there's so much choice as well. Like, it might be a case of like, my other plans have fallen through, so now I'll go to this show.
Right.
Yeah.
So the commitment as well, like people don't want to commit too early. I think that maybe is because of post-COVID, like you weren't going out anywhere, so people have learned to live without going out.
Right.
So maybe people are, they've gotten comfortable not going out and realizing they don't have to. So maybe that's part of it as well,
Yeah, that makes sense. What's the vibe like in terms of working with other bands? Here in the United States, I find that in the music scene, there's a lot of positivity and people kind of work together and whatnot. I mean, it's competitive, obviously, but it's not like, say, in stand-up comedy. I listen to some podcasts hosted by stand-up comedians in the United States, and everything sounds like it's very cutthroat and nobody really helps anybody. But with musicians, people tend to try to kind of work together. Is it like that there, or is it, I mean, how competitive is it in the scene where you guys are operating?
I think it used to be way more cutthroat than it is now. So we've been playing as a band, honestly, around 12 or 13 years or so, the four of us, the same four guys. So we've seen a big change locally. And I think at first it was very much nobody talked to each other. Everybody went to play the show and you were going to put on the best set that everybody was going to see that night. And I feel like for the first 3 or 4 years, that was definitely the case. We then didn't really gig for a while we were still figuring out what we wanted to do. And then when we came back to it, there was this complete shift in sort of demeanor, and that everybody was now friends. Everyone was wanting to put on the best night collectively. And I hope that we've definitely adjusted to that since all that big change. And I hope that our shows, people also come to that and feel that, in that we are trying to play with artists who we love and we think everybody else will love if it's our show, or actively we'll take slots to play with other bands that offer us them. If again they love us and we all think it's the right move for the bill in full, and it's a much more collaborative effort now for live shows, I think.
Yeah, it's nice to be nice.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what's we talked about it, we touched on it, radio. What's the radio situation there for a band like you guys? Like, are you on the radio in your area, or how does that work there?
We're on the radio in and around the area. Yeah, we're thinking we had a play on Radio X, which is quite a big radio station in and around the UK. That's a rarity that we would get something like that, and you've got to jump through quite a lot of hoops, and it's a bit of luck. But in terms of the locality in the very local area, yeah, we're on radio stations. People are very supportive. We've got BBC introducing up here who have always been a big supporter of us and do a lot for the local scene.
You find that with that as well. You get these little random radio shows that you've never heard of. So there's one up in the Highlands of Scotland, and every time we release a song, they play us like without fail. And then there's 2 or 3 like that. There's a Welsh speaking one which also plays us all the time, which is really cool. Locally though, BBC intro is a really cool thing, but it's kind of been cut back a lot. So the most local radio show we have for the BBC now, which used to be in Newcastle, is in Teesside, which is Middlesbrough. So it's kind of like an hour out of the way. So now it's a regional show rather than a local show.
Yeah.
Which is all fine. It's just you can see where these changes are happening and starting to take place. But we get the support of the radio, and we're really thankful, and we love those teams. And they're always really, really fun to work with too.
Yeah, that's good. No, I was particularly curious because, like I said, you guys have such an accessible sound, and these songs. Yeah, at the end of the conversation, we're going to play "Chasing the Summer," another great track. And I have to tell you later in the show, because I mentioned if you're curious, we're also going to play later. We're going to play "Another Life," and no, I'm sorry, that's the wait, is that the song?
That is a name of a song.
Yeah, there was another one. There was another one too. I'll have to find it. To play it. Oh, "Neighborhood." That was the other one.
Oh, cool. Yeah. They came out together. That was a double A side that we did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like those. You guys are such a great sound. Tell me a little bit about influences. What do you guys, what do you listen to? What did you grow up listening to? That kind of thing.
I grew up listening to like emo rock and like all that sort of stuff. And then I think when we all pretty much went to high school together, bar Nathan, he was in a separate high school, but Ryan and Nathan lived very, very close. So we've all known each other growing up. And I think when we hit like 13, 14, we were listening to indie rock, all that sort of stuff. I was still listening to emo stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe like in the past 3 years, we've been really into country music as a collective, like modern country music artists, like so much. And that's kind of like now, especially with years, you can kind of hear that influence. We're not trying to do it on purpose. It's just sort of coming out naturally now. So I think country music is kind of an influence now. I've also maybe like synthwavy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was a big part of our sound when we like launched as Club Paradise. Like that was sort of a direction we wanted to head in as well.
Yeah, I think the one band that sort of springs to mind synthwave wise is the Midnight from the US, who we actually went to see in Newcastle a couple of weeks ago together.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was a great. But if you aren't overly familiar with their sound, we would all recommend that band definitely, and I think we take a lot of influence from what those guys do.
I'll have to check them out. Yeah, I was reading in your bio about sort of the country rock influence, and it surprised me a little bit. Are there artists in your area, or are there UK artists who kind of are working in that genre? Or when you listen to that, are you listening to American artists? Because I don't know offhand. I mean, I'm really curious about this.
I don't think there's any.
There's no local.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You get local like folk music, which takes roots from country stuff, but
yeah,
the country music we are currently listening to, it's like Keith Urban, Aaron Kinsey, Morgan Wallen is a massive one. People like Nate Smith as well. I'm just thinking Dierks Bentley as well. God, we love Dierks Bentley, Priscilla Block, Luke Bryan,
Daughtry.
Yeah, Daughtry.
No kidding.
But even like Scotty McCreery as well. We all love Scotty McCreery. It's I mean, this is stuff that we genuinely like. Say we're on a road trip, like we just went to some amusement park in the UK. It was like a 2-hour drive. All we would listen to was country music on the way there and on the way back.
No kidding.
It's funny.
Yeah, we love it.
It started as like, I think between the four of us, it started as a bit of a guilty pleasure. I remember like Jackson has cousins in Canada, and their wedding song when he went to their wedding in Canada was Florida Georgia Line.
Holy by Florida Georgia Line.
And then it's, I think we kind of listened to that song together after Jackson came back, and we were like, whoa, something's going on here. And we were like teenagers at the time, and it became this like really big guilty pleasure for us all to talk about. And then over time, it's been like, actually, no, this is just amazing. But because it's so kind of alien to the UK in that it doesn't exist here,
right?
We didn't really talk about it much. And now over time, like now on the radio, Morgan Wallen's on the radio here. Those new tunes with Post Malone that he's been doing, those are getting some attention. So I feel like country's growing. C2C happens over here now. We've got Absolute Country, which is a radio station that is never off in my car. And that's got all the shows from Nashville coming live to us. So it's growing here, and I'm really, really glad, and I feel really passionate about that. It's a really, really cool thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all American stuff. Yeah.
we've still got some roots in the sort of UK indie scene, but there's not we grew up on Falls, Bombay Bicycle Club, Wild Beasts, that sort of thing, and a lot of those bands have called it a day. You've still got some of them knocking about, and we used to listen to a lot of Arctic Monkeys, Kings of Leon, and we still love those bands and what they're putting out. So it was a bit of a dynamic, shifting dynamic when all the country. So I think we try and blend it subconsciously in what we do.
There's a flavour of that. I think there's a flavour definitely of those bands with the country stuff, with the Midnight, so you kind of get that synth element. But then I also feel like there's a really nice element of like Bryan Adams in some of the things that we do, like in Chasing the Summer. I feel like it just gives this atmosphere that you used to get in a lot of 80s stuff. Maybe even like a Don Henley type of vibe. Boys of Summer type of thing. So I feel like as big melting pot of all those things that come together is what we create.
It's shot we're in the foot a little bit, and yeah, it's got by because as we've just rattled off about 50 different things. Sometimes UK radio stations, certainly the bigger ones, want I think a certain sound, and if you're indie, you need to be indie. You know what I mean? And
right.
We don't fit into a certain genre maybe as much as other bands do, and it's been difficult to pitch where we should be, but so that's why it's so kind to hear yourselves say how accessible it is, and I don't think we have that in the forefront of our mind, but when you think of the choruses and how the songs come together,
we're always told that we're not rock enough for rock and we're not pop enough for pop. So it's kind of like, okay, that's fine, but here's the music anyways.
right yeah, and I can hear the Bryan Adams and Don Henley. I can hear those influences in there. Yeah, the country stuff is interesting, that influence, because we again, I'm old enough to remember when it wasn't this way, but modern country, and I'm not a big country fan, but occasionally I'll hear something I like, and I'm always very aware of these artists. I try to keep up with all of it, but modern country now sounds a lot like, you can hear the influences of 80s rock in modern country. And the production, I always say this again, it's not my first go-to on my list of sort of genres and subgenres of what I listen to, but I listen to a lot of different kinds of stuff. But I have to say, Nashville, which, you know, is the kind of the epicenter of country music in the United States, Nashville's got it down as far as production. Like, I'm very picky about how drums sound, for example. And you listen to any modern country and the drums sound exactly the way they should sound, in my opinion. You know, everything and the way things are mixed, and even the guitars are louder than they used to be in country music. You can really hear the rock. You know, there's kind of been this melding that I think is really interesting. And I kind of suspect that had that not, I guess it's chicken or the egg, right? You know, is that happening because that helps country to be more accessible to the mainstream, or is it a reaction to country becoming more accessible on its own? But, you know, we saw that happen. You know, I can remember, you know, back in the 90s when Garth Brooks got really big, that was sort of the first real wave of country music becoming sort of mainstream. But now it's like, it's really, you hear a lot of rock influences in modern country music.
Yeah, absolutely. When you touched about like drums and guitars as well, that's something that I'm like particularly interested in, stuff like the recording process. So these last few songs that we've put out were pretty much recorded independently. And I'm massive on guitar tones, and I look up what people are using, and I remember a uni project I did so long ago where I was just essentially researching Blackbird Studios, which is in Nashville. And I was just like reading about Studio A and Studio B and like what the drums will sound like in each room, and then like they have like a client list and then like a record list, and you know, you listen to some of the people that have recorded in there. Like Kings of Leon was the big one for me, which is why I got into them. But like I think Hunter Hayes has recorded there. Rascal Flatts as well. We love the Rascal Flatts. I think they definitely hit the pop and the rock pop sort of thing. And I know what you mean. Like you listen to like stuff from the 90s. Like Cole Swindon, he did what song did he just do? She Had Me at Heads Carolina.
Oh yeah.
So his obviously you listen to the original of that, and the instrumental, like the parts are the same, but they're recorded so differently, and so like everything's like hyper, and now like everything's so big compared to maybe more understated of the original. So I understand what you mean. Things are changing, like they are getting just bigger and more, like you say, 80s rock influenced, where everything was just big and massive,
right?
And maybe I think you might start, like, we see it over here. A lot of the music coming out, like in the UK, drums are really quiet and understated.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like snare drums with towels on. You know, like everything's gonna be quite more mute. I think maybe the trend in the UK at least is gonna go back from big 80s stuff to more natural sounding. I'm using air quotes, but natural sounding drums. But with US radio rock, it's just full throttle now.
Right.
But we love that.
I think it's funny. We were in the studio a couple of weeks ago doing some new stuff, and we just pulled up country rock drums and said, like, this is the reference, this is the sound we want, and we're going to set the drum kit up to sound exactly like this.
Yeah.
It's good fun. I think you're right, like, there's an element that country wants to be more accessible and more mainstream in general. But I also think that part of the reason that it sounds that way is there's a lot of sampling going on now, and that's a good speed thing. So we've had friends who've gone to Nashville to do writing sessions and writing camps, and they talk about how fast it is in Nashville, that everybody sits around in a circle and throws a lyric out, and the next lyric that comes out is the one that's going to follow that one.
Yep.
So it's not debated. It just goes on and on and on. And that sounds so alien to us. It sounds crazy. But I think that maybe the tone of the drums and all of these different sampled instruments and the access you have to doing things digitally now, that speed that they've created in these writing camps might sort of blend with that pace that you can get from the sound of the drums if they do sort of sample the kits and recreate them that way too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Nashville, we've had guests on the show who've spent some time in Nashville, and either just short trips to just write and record, or people who've lived there for a while. And yeah, they do things like, they have, these writing sessions that, like you described, are very fast, and these songwriting circles, they'll sit in a circle. So, or they'll do this live, where they'll be in a club and they're writing songs live in front of a crowd, almost like what a stand-up comedian does when they go to, say, an open mic, and they're just kind of workshopping new material. It's really interesting, because I don't know of anywhere else where they approach it that way, and how nerve-wracking that must be. I'm a musician myself, but I can't imagine being in front of a crowd of people with other musicians and writing something on the spot, and you're in front of people, so it better be good. But that's like Nashville is like, that's like boot camp for musicians,
Yeah, you would not catch me doing that.
And so now, where do you guys record? Because this all sounds like it was done in $1 million recording studio, but as we know, we live in a time where it's, you've got a lot of different options in terms of how you record.
So we tend to, since 2020, we've kind of recorded at least guitars and vocals, just no real amps. It's all simulated stuff. So it's bedroom, like maybe 60% of the song is bedroom stuff. The only thing that we track live now is drums, like in a studio space, just because we can't anywhere else. But and it saves money. Like, we have the ability to do it at home, so why don't we?
Right.
We've had 15 years of experience as a band. We kind of know what we're after at this point. And now technology is caught up to where we can just do it at home. And, some people might hear that the guitars aren't real. Some people might not. But I mean, I spend...
We play them live.
Oh, yeah, of course, we play them live. But, when it comes to like tracking guitars and stuff, we just do it at home. But drums we're always in the local studios. We've actually been through a fair few of them in the Northeast at the moment, just trying to find where we work best.
It's nice to change it up as well, though, because Jackson's pretty modest in that. For Neighborhood and Another Life, Jackson produced all of that. And to say that we did all of that at home other than the drums, and it's come out sounding like that, is insane. We had some help with the mastering at the end and things like that, but really the full body of that work came out from Jackson sitting at home with his headphones on, just mixing at home, and really just digging into that. It's really, really fun to go into different studios and work with different people, and to see what they say about drum kits, and also to just see how when we show them the song as a reference that we're doing, they're kind of like, okay, cool, what about this? And we just learn. I think that's one thing that we always do, no matter where we record, if it's at home or whatever it is, song by song, we try and do something different. And we're always trying to research and learn about the best way to bring the elements of that song out that make it stand on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do now. In fact, the shirt that I'm wearing, for those watching online, Day to Attend, we had these guys on a couple weeks ago, and I said something similar to them because their stuff sounds so good. It sounds like it was done in $1 million recording studio. And Ed, the guitar player, is telling me, yeah, I don't even plug into an amp. I just, I mean, you plug into a modeler or whatever term. And it's incredible what you can do now. It really is. It's an amazing time to be alive, especially if you're a musician. So you guys,
except for the money.
Well, yeah, true.
That never seems to change, no matter what the time period.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It's always been a problem unless you're famous. But if you're Taylor Swift, then you get all the money. But by the way, did you guys say one of you said 15 years you guys have been together?
Yeah.
All that different. We've not been Club Paradise for that long, but we've it's been the same four guys. As Jackson said earlier, me and Ryan grew up in the same street, and Jackson and Harry grew up a couple of doors down from each other. They all went to school with each other, and naturally I sort of gravitated towards them when we were in our early teens. So yeah, it's
since 2011,
isn't it now? Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, most bands don't last that long. That's amazing. How do you guys how do you keep it together? I mean, because do any of you do side projects or anything, or are you just fully committed to this band?
Oh, we all have side stuff now, but we didn't for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, it was I think Ryan. I mean, I'll speak for Ryan for now, but yeah, he plays bass in his partner's band, and Nathan also drums for that band. I've been in a goth pop band over the years, and we have split up time that way, but to stay together for that long is we've never thought about it.
You're forgetting the most important one. We do a Paramore tribute band together, so not only
of course, yeah.
No kidding.
That's where the money comes from.
Yeah. That's how we pay to record. So we do Club Paradise all together, and then the Paramore tribute band, Ain't It Fun, is also Club Paradise plus Robin, who sings in my partner's band that we're playing. So it's just one big group of friends, and we just play loads of different bands, and we just see what we can do.
Yeah. It keeps it easy if it's the same 7 people in 8 different bands.
Yeah.
You're on each other's schedules that way.
Yeah.
But so you guys do a Paramore tribute band?
Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Do you do? Sorry. I have to know because my 2 favorite Paramore songs, "Misery Business." Do you do that one?
Of course.
And do you do "Ain't It Fun"?
Of course.
Yes, that's the name of the band. Ain't It Fun?
No kidding. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. That's "Ain't It Fun" is actually, "Misery Business" was the first song where I was like, oh, I really like this band. I think that might have been their first hit single, at least in America. But then "Ain't It Fun" is
it was.
"Ain't It Fun" is so it's impossible to hear it and not sing along.
100%.
Yeah.
It's good fun, and it keeps you on your toes when you have to think about all the different songs that you need to play. So we've all collectively got numerous set lists in our heads all the time, and we just rock up different gigs and think, what show is it today?
Right.
Hope you remember the specifics.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. Well, listen, guys, the time goes quickly. We are approaching the top of the hour. It's been wonderful talking with the 3 of you, Ryan, Nathan, and Jackson from Club Paradise. And like I said, in a moment, we're going to play Chasing the Summer, another great track. By the way, which is the newest single? Is Years the new one, or is it Chasing the Summer? Years is...
Years is the latest one. Chasing the Summer was out in June. We're doing a single every month up until October. So at the end of this month, we'll have a track out called What If These Days. At the end of September, we'll have another track out, which I'm not going to name yet. And then we've got an October EP coming out called Life on TV. And that'll be a collection of 6 songs, including the singles.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, feel free to send those too as they're released. We would love to do, we like to do world radio premieres here. So if we can kind of be your
for sure,
your conduit
Absolutely.
in that way on American radio, we'll do a world radio premiere for each new single as it comes out. That'd be great.
Let's do that. Definitely. That would be so fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And the other thing too, what should people know? What should our listeners know about where to go online to keep up with everything that you guys are doing in terms of music and shows? If we have any listeners, and I don't know if you plan to get to America at any point, but if we do have listeners because of, again, God bless the internet. We have listeners over there too online. But what should people know about keeping up with everything that you guys are doing?
All of the handles are at This Is Club Paradise. We probably update Instagram the most. And then our handle on Twitter, X, is Club Paradise with 2 underscores at the end.
I still call it Twitter, by the way.
It's not changing.
Yeah, you call it X and people don't know what you mean necessarily, whereas everybody knows what Twitter is. That's just
definitely.
Much, much easier. Guys, thank you again so much. We're going to hit this track, Chasing the Summer. But I appreciate speaking with the three of you. We'll do it again in the future, of course. And I look forward to playing the new singles, too, as they're released on the show. So, guys, thank you again. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much, bud.
You got it. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. That is Club Paradise. And we're going to play this track. This is called Chasing the Summer.
Chasing the summer. Kick the dirt from under my heels, 'cause it's not forever. We'll have jobs, we'll be paying bills. I want the ground and grin on my palm, tattooed like a coat of arms. We were chasing the summer till we were born. Chasing the summer.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait? Niggas play games like EA Sports is touchdown. Well, when I'm on that field, I don't give a shit about what y'all cause I'm working on mine and I need a good deal. Tell me what's real, I need a bill. 29 trying to get all of my meals. They try to destroy me like Capitol Hill. I'm coming right back and I'm loving the thrill. My niggas ain't capping, they making this feel. Do for the impact. Woo, 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 hit the quick dash. Soon as I'm in the call, I'll be right back. Did it all when my heart can't fight that. Finally find me with a bomb like it's Iraq. Got him telling me it's wrong that I'm like that. Hijack the mic, it's with the flight path. On the mic and I know I'm a terror. Only fighting with the man in the mirror. From the era, snapback's a good pack. If we talk about impact, we did that. Oh no, head to the front door. I know success gonna come slow. Got one bite in and I want more. I swear for my end, I'ma take yours. We gon' dip with the cheese like it's quesos. Pesos, got me kicking heavy quesos. Wake up in the morning where the day go. Trying to tour the states to win a bagel. Say so's, I just wanna make bold. Put a hole in his head like a bagel. Lay low and wait for the safe go. Praise go, I don't wanna stay pole. These niggas is talking, but I see the options. I think I'm taking it next. Losing that hope with nowhere to go. But I got this ass on my chest. Push me to break down, but I don't break down. Driving like 8 miles. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait? Wait.
Hold up, wait, local, I be eating fuck a plate. Beggars man, I make a cake. No panic when I pull up in the paint. Panorama vision with the eye. The biggest bitches out, fuck a grab. They try to figure me out, fuck a trade. Tell me, did you hear me when I say? I come from the era like your marriage. Pop off with a stupid, throw down in the terrace. We're copping the deuce, we pretend we don't hear it. Them guys in the booth didn't drive through our area. Gentrification was patiently waiting. Back then we had bacon and soda in cases. They fighting for placement on corners outrageous. While others have playgrounds, so love to a trade from. So why would I wait now? If that was my trailer like 8 Mile. The rule ain't got no time to play round. Came from the food sense of PayPal. Digital currency coming in currently. Keep it good company, me and just nobody. All of my business, selfish like children. Raised with no manners like Caitlyn and Jenner. These rappers so soft, when up skills, pick them apart while hitting them drawers. Might be your wifey, it might be your mom. No discrimination, I'm glazing them off. Zig F talking like la 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 la. Till they see their black Cadillac. Pop, 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 pop. You off like the government, come from the muddiest. Roaches and sofas, employees don't fuck with you. Had to go get it, the packs in the digital. Acid I'm giving you, facts I'm a criminal. Back the up, get backed in the clock. Leave you dumped in the lake, is you dumb, well okay. Pound of the flavor would break down. Now take the state like a great hound. Just hit the stage up in A-Town. They said I'm on my way now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait now?
Wait now.
I'm on my way now. Why would I wait?
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig & Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig & Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit CraigGetsoulis.com or call 603-5551-234 for a free consultation. Craig & Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.